Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Doc and Queenie Facebook Live every Monday at
High noon.
Hi, Queenie.
Can you just absolutely feel the excitement? I'm so serious. Kansas City is just like exploding, pardon the triple entendre, exploding with excitement for 4th of July this year. And it does seem like so many fabulous things are happening again. Celebrations all over the city, different times. It's not just going to be July 4th. It's different days of the week, nighttime, obviously, but it's just interesting to see what cities have chosen to do what night for their celebration. And maybe it's so everybody can go to all of them.
I live in a little town that fireworks are legal. So they started last night, the celebrations, and it goes until 11. And of course, no one follows that. So we were still listening to fireworks exploding around 11:30 last night. So,
Wow. Yeah. Well, and I do think it's very fun. All the patriotic music that's happening and all the cool videos that people are doing. It's just very fun.
definitely. And good afternoon, Terry Ann. Welcome. I was going to say I had read something today that I was like, we're very thankful. Everybody is patriotic. We're thankful for our freedoms. Where do our freedoms come from? Thank you, God. Thank you, God,
Absolutely.
for protecting this country. And He will continue, regardless of what we're going through, He's always there. So this is a exciting time to be alive, in addition
It
to the
really is.
virus.
Have you been on the highways recently?
No,
I was
nope.
just going to say the highways actually from the little traveling around that I do. It is just almost frantic. Like everybody's like, gotta get where they gotta go. And I'm just, oh my goodness. And so it feels like a summer Christmas almost from a standpoint of frenzy. So,
Yes.
yeah, but it's very fun to see that everybody is out doing their thing now. And the shopping malls, things like that seem to be alive and well as well. And so it's just fun.
You'll have to give me that. I don't go really anywhere much. I
Yeah.
might be out of my house maybe a couple of times a week, if that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no,
and quite frankly, I have found, and I really do mean this, pushing a button and having things delivered has gotten so convenient. And I appreciate the convenience part. And can you hurry up and get it here right now? Holy moly. But it is also for me fun to go out in the world and see what's up. So there's definitely two ways to look at that. Grace
yes,
is in the house. Amazing Grace, birthday girl from June. So thank you for joining us today. My friend, Canada Day was actually July 1st. So that is always fun to be able to celebrate so many cool countries close by.
yep.
And so I do love that as well. So welcome, Grace. We're glad that you're with us. My friends are so excited. We are so excited to celebrate and to thank you. Doc, thank you for creating that cool thing about
Isn't that
300
cool?
followers now on our Doc and Queenie community. That was so fun to see that because we were hoping to have 300 by Doc and Queenie Day, which this year falls on August 7th. And so I thought, I wonder if we can get 300. So as soon as Doc goes, I know we can. Next thing you know, we did. So thank you for joining us, honestly, on our Doc and Queenie community page, because it is an opportunity for us to certainly come together as a community, but also Doc, when you some of the people that are in our community and you see that they're collaborating now, or does anybody know how to find us something, or can you help me with this? Next thing you know, I see them on a Facebook Live and they're doing the shows together, the podcast together, the collaboration pieces together. It's very, very fun.
Yes. Uh, two reasons to celebrate two great countries. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's a lot of collaboration and a lot of
Yep.
intermixing. It's very, very cool to see the community grow. And actually, I just sent out a bunch of, I do it every once in a while, but I had a secret to building that number up.
Yep.
I hit the invite button and it brings a list of people that have not joined yet. So, welcome everybody that is newly joined. And, we are so thrilled to have some more faithful friends on purpose and, join us on the adventure.
I am surprised is a little strong. aware that there are people, and actually even young people, who choose not to participate in social media. And I was on a call last week with a very precious lady, and she said, I would love to have a one on one with you. And I said, absolutely. Just connect with me on LinkedIn. I would love to get that set up. If you have a calendar link, let's do it. She goes, I actually don't do social media. And I guess, again, I assumed from her age that she was all over everything, and she's not. And so I thought, how do we connect if we're not on social media to do the Facebook Messenger, the LinkedIn message, the Alignable Messenger? How do we do this? And so we got it worked out, of course. But I guess I was just surprised that a young person said, no, I don't do social media. And she doesn't choose to participate in that stuff, maybe for obvious reasons. I don't know.
Well, it does seem to be kind of odd. And I'm not going to name which child in my family, but I basically had the same kind of conversation because I said, "Oh, I would love to friend your friend," and she's like, "Well, see, I already gave it away, mother." And I'm like, "What do you mean, mother?" She's like, "We don't do social media." I said, "But you're on Facebook, aren't you?" Well, yeah, but we just don't check her. And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting even on so Facebook and those types of things. The young people aren't on as much, but I see in on my algorithm on my YouTube channel, I've got late 20s up to about mid 40s that are on there, which I find that to be interesting.
When you tested your analytics on your YouTube channel, hey, Debbie, good to see you. Awesome. Another June birthday girl. And actually, I have a little FYI. Debbie Miller's wedding anniversary is actually on July 5th, 52 years. Wow. And so congratulations to you and to Ken. That is very awesome. When you check your analytics on YouTube, you can tell demographic, geographic, as far as age and location, or just the age. How does that work?
You can do basically all of it.
Okay. So if it's male, female, what country they're calling in from, following your pages, things like that?
Yes.
Okay.
For example, just taking a look-see right now, 18 to 24 years old. So we're talking young people like we were just referring to. 17% watch, have watched my YouTubes. 25 to 34 years is 23%. And then 35 to 44 is 20%. Those are my top. And then the funny for me is 72% is males, 27 is female.
Wow. Now that is a very large statement. 72% of the people who follow your YouTube channel are male. Yep. And I'm sure that they were intrigued by your building of greenhouse. Well, the building of it, yes, the assembly, all of those pieces. But I really, really think it's the construction labor piece of what you were doing, because quite frankly, you made it look easier than I'm sure it must have been from a standpoint of labor intensive. And you did not do the constant blood, sweat, tears I'm sure it must have been. And so I imagine that's why gentlemen would have been watching you especially.
I try to make it look easy. No, it's yeah. And then you were talking about geography. 79% is from the United States. 2% is from India.
2%. Okay.
So it's interesting. Like you said, it's very interesting. Let's see. My last, might as well just go into my last, which was on weeds. My last YouTube, which was on weeds. I had 4.4 thousand views.
Oh, Doc. I mean, honestly, that is just seriously phenomenal. I love what YouTube, Google searches, algorithm, analytics, all of that has done for your pages. Definitely as your numbers for subscribers continue to climb. But please know, I feel that you are providing a ginormous service for people who want to garden. And almost every single one of your newsletters has impacted me directly. But the one that I really, really, really didn't know about was companion planting. And my brain is sitting here going, throw the seeds in, Catherine, water it, see if something sprouts up without the rabbits eating it. And if it does, then yay, you get salad. And so whatever that looks like, that is awesome. But I did not have a clue about the companion planting. And I think that was super awesome.
It's a method, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I rarely have to use, well, and I don't use chemical commercial pesticides or any of that stuff, um, because I companion plant. So it just works. It's a lot of fun. But
another thing that you also mentioned when you were building your compost bin, which once again, my friends, who knew? If there's anyone out there on my level, please wave and say hello. Grace and Debbie are gardeners. Terry Ann's probably a gardener, and then there's me. So holy moly! But all of a sudden, when you're making your compost bins, you mentioned during one of our Facebook Lives that you only do organic compost. So my brain went, what? Which means you have to purchase organic carrots, organic this, organic that. So when you take all the stuff that you just peeled and put it in the compost bin, it has to be organic because all that compost is going on your vegetation. And so I guess I didn't think of that. Now, funny that I would instantly be thinking, please tell me that you're using filtered water on your plants and things so that it doesn't get chlorine in it. Certainly, we can't do much about the chemtrails and all the doodah in the rain, but if we get rain, I meant.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that. When you added that organic piece to the compost bin, you've got to have organic doodah to go in there originally. I just very fascinating, all of the attention to detail that you
I call myself anal retentive, but I am. I am. And I actually had some people go, hey, we've got some watermelon rinds. Do you want them? And I'm like, is it organic? And they said, no. And I said, no, thank you. And they're like, really? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, really. So it may not, I could go non-organic and have a huge compost pile, but it's just, that I've held to that for years now. And, it keeps us healthy. So.
Oh, absolutely. And your family's a perfect testimony to that for sure. But the attention to detail that you offer all of us, things that people didn't think about maybe. If you take tap water and have all your sprinklers in your gardens and all your doodah with all these water things, if it comes from your municipal water supply, it has chlorine in it. And that's just the way it goes. And then you took it one step further. How do I get my Kangen water out to the plants? And then the filtration thing on your hose. It's phenomenal, the things that people might not think about. And my focus, I guess you would say, especially now, not only with farm to table, but all the farmers markets that are going on now, all this gorgeous, gorgeous organic stuff that they're selling. And then people take it home and rinse it in tap water. That really does make my head hurt.
Oh gosh, yes. Well, and I am, they can see me coming in at the farmers markets because I will go up to the farmer, go, how did you do this? And also through observation, let's say you walk up to somebody that's got cabbage or broccoli and it's all perfect. They all look perfect. And you're like, okay, if you're doing this organically and naturally, they're not all going to be perfectly the same size. So I ask a lot of questions, but they bring it home and then they wash it in tap water. Yeah.
Okay. Now hang on a second. Why does organic matter versus commercial growing to make them all the same size? Why is that a difference?
Why is that? Well, organic is harder. I mean, it really seriously is harder. It's a lot of work to keep your crops, on a large scale. They really have to know what they're doing. Commercial, everything is so controlled, and what they're doing now is they're labeling organic hydroponics vegetables grown hydroponically as organic, and you can get the same thing that way. It all looks the same. I'm not gonna bash how anybody buys their stuff, but that's just my anal retentiveness, as I say. Of just paying attention to, and I've had people go, well, why organic? When they've tested organic vegetables, same vegetable compared to commercial, it's phenomenal, the vitamins and minerals that are in that organic vegetable. Now then there's another argument. Well, it's not 100% organic because the wind is blowing and conventional stuff is blowing into the organic. Yeah, I get that. It may not be perfect, but at least it gives you a better start than if it was conventionally grown, because what they're doing is they're messing with the genes of the plant, which doesn't work. So then they have to spray with pesticide and herbicides. So you've got that load on there, and then that's where, we've talked with the water where you come in, Queenie, with at least get your stuff in 11.5 to take off something off of the vegetable or the fruit or whatever. There's a lot of wax and there's a lot of chemicals that is sprayed on in transit to the grocery store too. I mean,
well, they have to make it all bright and shiny, and the oil-based pesticides are pretty disgusting. Doc, when you talk to us about your naturopathic slant, if you will, the body does not know what to do with not organic produce, right? Like, didn't you say there's an extra step the body has to go through to even recognize what this is we just ate if it's not organic?
If it's processed, yeah, it responds in a different way, and a lot of times it'll store it. Doesn't know what to do with it. I mean, it goes through the process, through your organs and all of that. But you've got a chemical in your body through your food, or it's processed. Big thing now is they're making processed meats out there.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my gosh, I so saw that.
When you don't eat what we were created to eat, which is real food. There's still, I know people sometimes people cannot afford organic. I get that. I'm not telling everybody to do organic, but fresh fruits and vegetables, grass-fed meat, that kind of stuff. Go fishing and make sure you're in an area that doesn't have runoff from a farm field. Those kinds of things will give your body, more vitamins and minerals and nutrients. I mean, that's the way it goes.
So is this a bad time to bring up what many people will be eating tomorrow for 4th
No,
of
we will
July?
not touch that with a 10-foot pole, including Doc. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, because I know what has been on my grill in the past with my whole large family over here. And I always would say, this is what we're having. And if you want something different, the grill will be on, fired up, and ready to roll. Bring over your whatever that is,
Bacon.
and cook it, and do whatever it is you do. And I really have said that. Here's what we're having. And if you choose something different, then by golly, bring it on. That's terrific. Go for it. And my poor grill is probably like going, "Are you kidding me?" And so, yeah, because I love those new bins that they have, those little basket things. You spritz it down with the olive oil and saute your veggies in olive oil, and then flip them that back and forth. Nothing falls out.
Oh, you don't lose your onions into the. Yeah, I've lost so many onions.
Oh, seriously. And it is just the coolest thing ever. And I love grilling out, first of all, and the flavor is so amazing. But like I say, the meat and still the things that some people do tomorrow is not a good fit for me. Let's just say that.
We will just let that go. But I was going to flip this a little bit, because we started with talking about social media and young people not doing it.
Yes.
And you and I have talked about in the past. I'm going to take it from the gardening. We'll flip it to the social media. Growing organic is a lot of work.
Okay.
Processing stuff. Like, I have people, like, I've pulled my garlic. I grow a lot of garlic. And I've had people ask, "Oh, hey, can I have some? Can I have?" And I figured out an 8-ounce, well, not even an 8-ounce, a 4-ounce bottle of ground garlic out of my garden. Organically, it's organically grown originally from the grower. I continue that process, the process of aging it, breaking it down, dehydrating it, blah, 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 grinding it up, would probably be a $200 bottle of garlic powder. And that's a lot of effort. But I feel it's worth it. So if we flip that to social media, because a lot of people either are intimidated or don't want to go through the steps to get their brand or whatever out there, it takes, and I know you know this because you are very regimented. I'm all over the place. I try to do something every day. Now, I may not hit all of my social media on the same day, but at least I'm trying. I mean, you are very wasn't going to say rigid, but you know what I mean.
Rigid is fair.
Rigid. You're very structured.
I admit it, and I applaud it for me.
Yes, we'll give you the golf clap. Yes, you're very structured, consistent, all of that, and it takes a lot of work, correct, to do social media. But the rewards,
yes,
on the other side, and I can say, hey, I mean, look at my YouTube channel. It takes a lot of effort for me to make a video. My family runs from me now when I pull out my camera because they have YouTube trauma. But other than that, it takes a lot of work. What say you?
Absolutely. And welcome, Lisa. We're so glad you're here. $5 eggs. And actually, that's probably $5 each when they're actually farm raised. And I know that Lisa has chicken, so that must be super amazing to be rewarded that way. Hey, Miss Karen, great to see you here. And so you think about those types of things that do cost money, take time. And Doc, how is it possible that your 4-ounce bottle of garlic powder is worth $200 for those 4 ounces, and we buy, I don't know, a gallon, a quart, or something at large, big box stores, and it's 12, 15, 18 bucks. So think about that. Okay. How does that work? And so you kind of know where theirs didn't come from.
Well, it gives me a great appreciation, and as I learn, because I'm always learning with gardening and doing things my own way, it gives you a great appreciation for the people that settled this country, because all they did was work. All they did was to provide food for their family. Can you imagine a family and they had huge families. They needed help to,
Oh gosh, my poor little family would have starved to death. If they were waiting for me to grow something, if they're still waiting, it would be a large problem. Yeah.
We'll have to ask them.
Yeah, I dare you. Yeah, go right ahead. How many veggies, how many meals did you guys have from your mother's garden?
Yeah.
If you can get that out, it would be amazing.
Let's see if I could get that on video.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. How many, there we go. Thinner people back then, you bet. Doc, just like you mentioned that the stuff our bodies can't identify stores it. So no offense to anything going on out there, but why is the whole world overweight, tired, and sick? And I think about that, and where does the food come from? And that's why, once again, I will get on my soapbox. Please don't ever eat or drink anything that comes out of a window. And then I've actually got one friend that said, honey, I don't go through the drive-through. I go inside.
That's good.
And I'm always like, well, then you've got it figured out.
Then you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're only overloaded with toxins in the air, water, and our food. I mean, other than that, we're fine.
Yeah. No problem.
So hey, should we spin the wheel for well, it's not 4th of July.
Not yet, but it kind of is. It will be tomorrow. So yeah.
And while you're doing that, I have to wish you, I don't have any backgrounds because it just doesn't compare to what we've got behind us. But happy fried clams and chocolate wafer day, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Fried clams and chocolate wafers. You're killing me. Yeah, that doesn't even sound fun. Yeah. I don't even know what a chocolate wafer even is, but I don't think I would ever have had the fried clam.
Do you not get those little wafer things, those little wafer cookies? They were like, okay, the Catholicism. They tasted like the host.
Oh, all right. I guess I would know that. Okay. I guess I would know that.
They were square.
Yeah.
And they had vanilla. Drive. We had that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I think we did. Let's do it again. I think we did.
Yeah, so the wafers were chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. You remember those?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I actually do. That's a trip. All right. So the word for today is efficient. Efficient. Take it away, Doc.
Oh, thanks, Queenie. Let's see, efficiency. Because Queenie is efficient, she can post on all of her social media platforms in one day. Because I'm not as efficient. We're lucky if I get one post a day because I'm never home.
Yeah. And for me, the efficient piece of your world is not only your newsletters, which are phenomenal. Please go to kitchengardenexpert.com, by the way, my friends, for real, if you'd like to learn all things gardening, and certainly Doc's YouTube channel. But your efficient piece for me, when you have shown pictures of your garden and you've got all these rows of doodah, all of this stuff, I would have zero, and I am being so sincere, zero idea what is sprouting. And you already know that's this is basil, this is dill, this is something, this is garlic, this is garlic scapes, this is whatever else it is. And I'm just like, and you even did pumpkins the other day. And I'm just sitting here going, well, they're green, it's leafy. There we go. Your efficiency is phenomenal, for real.
Thank you, Queenie. Well, I've only been gardening for years.
Yes, I know you're new to it.
Yeah, I'm new. I think I was 8 years old when my mother risked having my sister and I help her.
Doesn't that feel like that? Because I would imagine that you have a possession thing going on. Don't walk through here. Don't talk. Don't do. Don't whatever. And so, yeah, go over there and pick something. That would be hard for me to relinquish control after I worked my proverbial tail off to get the stuff to even come up again. And now somebody just goes and picks it wrong. I would think that would be hard.
So to use the word efficient in everything, yeah, I learned from Eve. Who said that?
I'll find out. I'll narc on him. Hang on. So that's our little friend, Lisa.
How do you know? Were you there with me?
All right, girls, let's play nice in the sandbox. Oh my gosh, that is hysterical.
So efficiency, I mean, that would be a goal, really, in some respects, because the result of efficiency is is we're talking social media and we're talking gardening is produce and producing buzz, more followers, business, whatever comes out of that efficiency, which is consistency, which is plan. What else do we talk about? I mean, it all rolls into it's really a good word. It all works together.
For me, it's just back to the strategic piece because it really all works together. I wanted to mention also, especially since we have so many of our faithful friends on purpose here, not only thank you for joining us as we hit 300 subscribers, friends on our Doc and Queenie page, and certainly in our community. It helps each of us with more and more networking opportunities, first of all, of course, and camaraderie opportunity and collaboration. But the rest of the story is Doc and Queenie Day, number 3.
Crazy.
I know, is coming up on August 7th. We are super duper excited about that, and we'd love for you to celebrate with us. So join in on August 7th. We're really excited because 3 years, I first of all can't imagine that. But second of all, to have the community grow 100 per year basically just rocks my socks. And before that, our 4th anniversary of Doc and Queenie having met, first time ever, Doc walks into a networking event, No Excuses Networking in Olathe, Kansas. And I was teaching that day, I think, about biography and how to do your biography efficiently and things like that. And make sure your bio's out there and send it to people that ask for you to do a speaking gig. And what about your promo page and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Doc stayed, which is kind of nice right off the bat. But that was on July 25 of 2019. So our 4-year anniversary of having met is July 25th of this year, of course. And that's when we're having a posting party. So please tell your friends, please invite everybody you know. If they don't know what a posting party is, we obviously start from scratch, but we want people to get the traffic, the social media presence, the buzz, the friendship, the party-esque environment that we have on July 25th. And thank you for the fabulous logos that you've created for the posting party, Doc.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And speaking of just push a button, we have a really cool, if you check out the Doc and Queenie page, that posting about the posting party was a new thing that popped up on my computer for Facebook. with music and
Uh-huh.
sparkles and all of that.
And you know why they did that? Because of YouTube Shorts, push a button, Instagram Reels, push a button, and Facebook goes, wait a second, what about me? And so now push a button and you can do Reels and Shorts right from Facebook. Pretty smart.
I think so. My only complaint is there's not enough music to choose from. And then they're like, give us an artist name or a song. And so I pop it in and they're like, what? So they don't have that part yet, but I'm sure they will catch up. But no,
Harry Como and Dean Martin aren't on there, I suppose.
who? I've never heard of them. I'm not that old.
Ooh, wow. Okay. We can play that way if you want. I got some faithful friends on purpose in here, so we'll duke it out with you.
So I hear. Yeah, I'm dead now, you guys. Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah, really. Bye-bye.
So should we spin our topic wheel now too, Queenie? We haven't done that in a couple of weeks.
Hey, yeah, let's do that. Absolutely. But honestly, the efficiency wheel the name is a great opportunity. Are you efficient at what you do? And what does that look like? And then when you talk about that, how do you share it with your friends as far as efficiency? If someone's not efficient, does that make you nuts? And so I guess the answer
we become efficient too on social media, like Canva. If you use it a lot, you become efficient. YouTube, you become efficient, so that's pretty cool. And
you really do. The more you use it, the better you get at it, probably. So I would think that would work.
Power thesaurus.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa, for bringing that to our mind.
It's one of my favorite apps. I have it on my phone and on my computer. And I do a lot of writing, obviously, newsletters and ebooks, etc. And I'm going to look up efficient. But it's great when you have a writer's block. Efficient would be effective, capable, competent, able, effectual, productive, businesslike, systematic. Those are kind of some cool, powerful words.
Well, that's why I was just going to say, for me, I love Power Thesaurus, actually. And so now what I have done one step further is I go now to ChatGPT for that. And so I still use Power Thesaurus for a lot of quick, can you help me things? But just now I typed in Power Thesaurus synonyms for efficient: effective, productive, competent, proficient, skillful, capable, resourceful, expedient, quick, swift, reliable, streamlined, organized, systematic, economical, well-organized, well-executed, smooth, time-saving, and agile. And so the extensive piece for me is a good fit.
Was that ChatGPT?
Yeah. And so I go to that for a lot of different things from a standpoint of, I think I've mentioned here, create in Jeopardy format questions regarding hydration. And it does that. And then give me a list in Jeopardy format of ideas for networking questions, icebreakers, things like that. And so then you kind of guess, and then it turns out to be a little bit more playful. So you think in terms of all the opportunities that we have, and certainly for Power Thesaurus, if you haven't used it yet, there's a big difference between, I sell water machines in my community, and then I would say something like, I am an industry leader in water technology in the marketplace. You see the difference? Just by using a few different words like that, it changes everything. It seriously does. It changes everything. I market Kangen water to the masses. Well, I'm also the manager of the Overland Park location for Kangen water. And so now it's like, what? Headquarters for Kangen water, Overland Park, what did you say? And it just changes how people respond to it. So when you think of using a Power Thesaurus, the sky is literally, we're limitless. We are limitless with all of our cool tools now, I think.
Yes. And I actually just asked ChatGPT. Can't say that.
Say that again really fast.
It's Monday. Give me an example, a short example, because of course it loves lists of what efficient looks like in a business. and it talked about implementing a CRM system, a customer relationship management system that
Nice.
streamlines data management, automates workflows, improves sales productivity, enhances customer service. It all ties together. Efficiency. And then I'm thinking this is Lisa made a comment, it depends on how you see efficient. I've learned efficiency as we define it isn't always God's way, like cities versus aggregate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and think about that too, because how God defines a lot of things. And quite frankly, we go to ChatGPT, we go to Power Thesaurus, but I actually go to the scripture, go to the word, and type in. I've got an app on my phone called YouVersion, YOU, and I go to ask a question. Where are the passages regarding whatever that is?
Yep.
And now I can find it more quickly, whether I'm in a Bible study or just in a group where we're talking about that, because there's a lot of Christian ladies groups now I have found, which how do you like that accidentally? But now the network that we are opening is getting huge, huge, huge. And so the apps on our phones are helping us with a lot of different questions that we have. So I think it's a very cool thing that we've got this many tools in our toolbox.
Oh, totally. And, kind of bouncing off of Lisa's comment, God wants us to do the best we can, and because we are an example in the world.
Yes.
So being efficient at what we do, learning to be efficient in whatever he's tasked us to do, or, that's a piece and excellence, not perfectionism, but excellence. And unfortunately, man, always seems to go into perfectionism a lot, or it seems to be.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, or practice makes
more practice.
Yeah, practice makes you nuts. I know. Yeah, but that's oh my gosh, I think about that a lot. Everybody's striving for perfectionism, and it's like, well, good luck with that, my friend.
Yep. Well, guess what, Queenie? We are at the top of well, we're not at the top. We're at the bottom of the hour.
Well, let me guess. You are going out to shoot fireworks, right?
No. Okay. That actually is not one of my favorite things to do. I watch. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we have our little town everything is legal. So what we do actually tonight, our kids are going to shoot off fireworks. And then tomorrow night, we are going to line up our chairs on the driveway, and we are going to watch the neighbors all around us. Now we're on a cul-de-sac. All around us, they shoot off fireworks. And this year I'm going to try and get it on video and post that on YouTube. It's incredible. It's, and I don't like to use the terminology, but you get it. It's like a war zone. It is loud and crazy. And it doesn't last for 10 minutes. It goes on for hours.
Well, I can instantly see short happening.
Yeah.
I can also see a video of the whole thing happening. So I am super excited about that, because I will definitely add it to my playlist. Karen, are you going out to shoot fireworks?
Come on over. There's nothing like it's incredible. We have the neighbors next to us and behind us do the commercial quality type of firework.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
They're not standing there with a little bottle rocket. They've got our neighbor next door is really into it. He's got the tubes and the this and the that, and yeah, we just watch. So we make sure nothing catches on fire or anybody gets hit. Well, and we do not go away for 4th of July because of that. And I will be watering the back of my lawn in the back because of it. It's been hot and dry, typical Kansas. But yeah, we water our grass before everything starts, just in case. Because we have had one year, we had a bottle rocket hit the side of the house, and I did not get the leaves up, all of the leaves up, and those caught immediately. It was a 10-foot flame, and we were all running for the hose. But yeah, it was crazy. I don't like to blow up
Karen
money.
lives super close to Corporate Woods, and so she has a bird's eye view, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. They do a great show. We used to live over there, and it was, just pull up your chair. It's fun. It's fun.
Absolutely.
Well, happy 4th of July, everyone. And thank you for joining us, whether live or on the replay today, for Doc and Queenie Facebook Live on Mondays at
I was wondering how you'd incorporate that. High noon.
I just like to keep you on your toes there, Queenie. Because if we show up at 1 o'clock, everybody would say, "Where are they? They meet at."
High noon.
So if you would like to reach out to Queenie, KathyWeaverKC.com is her website, or Kathy Weaver KC all over social media. You can find her, or for myself, KitchenGardenExpert.com or Kitchen Garden Expert all over social media. Until next time, everybody have a blessed and very safe holiday. Enjoy the food, friends, and fun, and we will catch you right back here next Monday. Take care. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Happy anniversary to Debbie and Ken. Super excited for you guys. And we will see you all back right here next Monday. Stay safe, stay happy, and happy 4th of July.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.